Hi guys, Terry here. I went to a crop this weekend and I did not take my usual scrapbooking supplies. I love to scrapbook. I think I'm pretty caught up. I just have some Easter pictures and then I'm probably going to start a baby section in Aaron's book. So Aaron and his girlfriend Denise told us at Easter time they're expecting, and we are so excited to be, ready to welcome our third grandson. So we're so excited. So anyways, at the crop was in London, Ohio, and I had not been down there in a while. So we stopped at a scrapbook store called Paper Boutique, and I'll have a link to their website. A wonderful gal that has the store there, and got this pack of paper. And so what I really focused on at the crop was making cards. So let me show you some of the ones that I did. We had a couple of make and takes at the crop. Thank you to Candy and Mindy. We had a really fun time. But these cards here, I'm not sure what set this was from. Maybe somebody can put in the comments if they know what set this was from. But beautiful paper, and then we stamped a couple things and made this card here. So love that set of paper. Fun, fun, fun. And then this was a cute one here. This was a, like a pop-up, what do they call that, like an easel card. So, had a few mistakes making it. The pressure was on, man. So this one turned out really cute, but I love that it has this little kickstand here so that the person can prop the card up, and it was really cute. So this set here is called Share a Milkshake, and got the stamp set, and then it also has dies that come with it, and I wanted to show you how I store my dies. So I buy these 5x7 magnetic sheets. They're sticky on one side, and then I like it because I love how Stampin' Up! Stamp sets come in these DVD holders, and then I simply put that inside the cover. And then this way, it does a couple of things. It keeps the dies and the stamps together, but it also lets you see what all the dies look like when you've got them on a magnetic piece here. So just love this about it. You can quickly open the book and see what all the dies look like. So love that. Look, it has a cute little spoon, little bowls for the ice cream. Just too cute. So love that as a way to keep all my stamps and dies together. So, and the magnetic strip works really well here to hold the dies in place. So love that. Okay, so that was the make and takes. Let me show you some of the other ones. So what I did was I took a bucket of Stampin' Up! Stamps, and I also took some other non-Stampin' Up! Stamps, and I really forced myself to use the sets. So I took probably about 30 sets of stamps. I didn't get through all of them, but I got through many of them. I'm happy with what I got done. So I found that my style is I like to pick out a piece of paper from a 6x6 pack of paper, and then kind of look at the stamps and say what kind of scene can I make on here, and then stamp some kind of sentiment on the card. So I usually send out birthday cards and thank you cards and thinking of you cards. So love that. Love how this one was called Cheerful Basket, and I love how this card turned out. This one here is not a Stampin' Up! Set. It's from Stampendous. I saw this stamp, I think back before Christmas. I thought this was just gorgeous. So love Stampendous. They've got the cutest cutest cards. So really this one was nice because I could just sit and color it. So I Googled this stamp set and just saw some ways that people had colored it. And you know, it's a quart of strawberries, and then these little mice are dipping the strawberries in fudge. So I thought that was too cute. So then just to add a little something to it, I put it on a black trim border there. So and I have these card bases made up ahead of time. So really I'm stamping it on a piece, deciding what layers to add behind it, and then I've got my card made. So loved coloring that one. This one here is another favorite of mine, Plentiful Plants. You know, this piece of brick here I had as a leftover piece in my scrap bin, so pulled that out and stamped this, and then layered it on a piece of green. So you know, this one came together. I had enough room here to put the sentiment across the bottom, and then just made it be a vertical card. I love how that turned out. And that might be my favorite stamp set. This one here is from Stamps by Judith. Love all their sets. This is one of my favorite cards too. I love how this turned out. I stamped it, I colored it. I used, I think, my alcohol markers on this one. And then I added just a little border on it. I hand drew the little dots and dashes there. So, and then I layered it on a couple different colors in this case. So really like how that one turned out. I don't have a sentiment on there. I might add it later, or I might just put something inside the card. So this one I'm sending out to one of my cousins. She lost her puppy dog, so love this set for this. Here's Pampered Pets. Always in your heart, sorry for your loss. And it's just got some fun, cute critters on it. And again, I picked just a piece of paper to put that on, because a lot of our stamp sets, you know, it makes a little scene, and then you just kind of need to embellish the cards with a little bit of something. So I put the puppy dog, I put the heart stamped there, trim that down, and put it on a piece of cardstock that I thought coordinated with the print paper. So love that. That one's called Pampered Pets. Here's a couple more from Stamps by Judith. And this one, love this one. It's in a jar with flowers. And then this one's just in a little milk jug. Aren't those cute? So love how these cards turned out. Again, vertical card. I drew the dashes around it. Colored it with my alcohol markers. This one, if you notice a little shine to it, I stamped it and then quickly put the clear embossing powder on it. Love to do that. I think it just, I really like when the ink is a nice bold image, you know, around the subject there. So love that. Again, this was another little scrap, this polka dot paper. So I think that turned out cute. And then this one here, I colored this with the alcohol markers. Again, dry embossed it, or embossed it with the, I put the black ink on, used the clear embossing powder, and then heat set that with a heat gun. And love how that made it shiny. And just such a solid image. And then matted it, and then put it on this cute, just kind of a nice neutral color. So I like how that one turned out too. This one here, I think this is going to be a card for my dad. His birthday was Saturday. And I thought this was a cute set. So this one's called Adventurous Journey. And really cute stamp set. Again, it's the stamps and dies. Oh, and then a lot of times what I'm doing is, while I'm stamping it, I do a couple of them, and then I've got the extras in the case for the next, you know, round of card making. So, really like how this one turned out. This was a paper pack that just kind of had some nice navies and neutral colors in it. So, I think it was a pack I got at Joann's. And then I just colored the kayak. So, thought that one turned out cute. this one I don't love yet. I don't know. I need to figure out more how to stamp the flowers. When I watch Judith and her daughter Heather do these, they make it look so easy. So I think it turned out okay. I drew around them just to add a little something on the border around the flowers, but it just, I don't know. I need to keep working at it. This was actually cut with the dies, and I think you can make the gate open and close if you want to, but I simply glued it down on there and then added the grasses and the flowers. So I'll keep practicing. That's what it takes, right? Practice. This was a cute one here. This one's called Butterfly Brilliance, and I used the die for this size butterfly. And then I put a happy birthday message on it. This one I started by stenciling the back. So I used a water splash stencil. I think I bought that I bought that stencil at the Paper Boutique store too. And then I used a little polka dot to do on top of it. I used the same color of Distress Oxide ink. So I started with the background, and then I knew that I wanted just something that was a pop, so I added the black border, the sentiment, and the black butterfly. So I think that turned out cute. And this is a fun one. So if you've watched my videos for very long, you saw me use this Spellbinders Jump for Joy stamp not too long ago, and I love how this card turned out. So again, I stamped the 3 frogs, didn't know how the card was going to go, sat there and colored it. It was fun to color it, and then I put the sentiment on there, and then I decided to trim it down so that you could see enough of the fun little lime green polka dot paper there, and I think that's Stampin' Up! Paper. So, thought that guy turned out really cute. Okay, this one, as I said, I like to have some dies. Sometimes I just sit, if I'm not in the mood to make cards, I will just sit and cut out some of the little pieces of these stamp sets. I also like to keep the picture from the catalog in with the stamp set. So I had all these pieces, I pulled them out, and I picked a piece of paper out of a fun set. This was from Echo Park. So I got this at the Paper Boutique too. So she said, the store owner there said, the 12 by 12 of this Be Happy is what's going to be on the Shop Hop for Ohio's Shop Hop coming in August. So I'll have a link on my blog post too about the Shop Hop, but this paper was really cute. Now I like to buy the 6 by 6 for card making because the prints are just a little bit smaller and they're a good scale for cards, but the 12 by 12 paper pack is going to be beautiful for that too. So I pulled out that paper, loved that I could have a more solid section so you could see the bike and all the dies. For that I added the happy birthday sentiment. And I think that one turned out cute. So, like this set too. It's a lot of pieces to put together, but I think it turned out good. And then when I was accenting the colors, I just picked the yellow from the back of the paper there. So, that came together pretty quickly. Here's a set here. I'm not sure what brand this is. This one here, the stamps are really thin, so I don't know if it came inside a magazine or what it came from. But it's a really cute bumblebee set. I stamped it twice and colored it. I inked around the edges. Love to do that. And then I love that this was on the craft paper too. So just had fun playing with the different colors. This one, I think I like it trimmed in the brown better than the black. But they're both fun. And then I used the stamp Be Happy. So they turned out fun. This one here, Cottage Rose, another beautiful set. We love our flowers, right? So this one, let's see, this one here, I used my Distress Oxides to watercolor this. So this is on watercolor paper, and then the Distress Oxides. And they're not real vivid when you get them wet with the with the paintbrush. So it's just a different look. I love the black sentiment and the black border and the pretty background paper. But this is still growing on me here with the watercolor. I think if I had just used regular inks instead of the Distress Oxides, I think it wouldn't be so washed out. But maybe this would be a good one that would be a Sorry for Your Loss or something, because it's just nice and muted. But still pretty. I love the flower. And then here's the same stamp where I colored it with alcohol markers. And I was really practicing my shading. So that was fun to play with. So that one was called Cottage Rose. Love that set. Here is a fun one from Penny Black. This one here is called Critter Time. Again, another stamp set. Bought the stamp set because I fell in love with it. Hadn't used it many times yet, so made myself get this out. And I made a cute little, I'm trying to remember where I got this stamp from, but it says, "It's your birthday, treat yourself." And the kitty cat's just laying in the hammock. And again, I think what makes the card is just a fun background pattern paper, and then the scene and a little sentiment. So it came together really quickly, and I liked coloring it. Speaking of sentiments, I have this Doodlebug Happy Birthday set. It's really cute. Love the sayings in it. And then this one from Hero Arts. I like this one because it has many fonts, and it's in a lot of different sizes. So by having these two sets, I usually can find something that says Happy Birthday for my cards. So love those two sets. And then this one's from Rubbernecker. I think I used it on the inside of one of my cards because I didn't have a sentiment on the outside. But this one's nice for a card front too, because it simply puts that border around it, and then you can put your scene inside. So love that. And then just a few more. This one, Beautiful Friendship. Another beautiful one. This one pops, I think, because of the pattern paper. And then I put the purple border on it. And then a cute little sentiment there. Now this one I stamped and did it with white embossing powder. So that one turned out cute. That one was called Beautiful Friendship. These two, so this one here is a Hero Arts, and this one you use with the coordinating die. The die is interesting because it cuts all these fun squares out. It's another one that Salt and Store and loved it and hadn't played with it yet. So this one I inked on the front of it with a Distress, I think I used walnut Distress Oxide. And then after I glued this dyed, well, I stamped it, colored it, and used the Distress Oxide ink on it. And then I put it through and cut it with that square die. Most of these windows open, but what I did was I glued down all the windows that did not have a little sentiment. So I just wrote, "Hello for you." There's some little glasses, a little mouse, "From me. Hey there, you're special." So just a fun way. And then like I said, I glued down all the other windows that didn't have something behind them. So I think it turned out cute. Again, another one that I just need to play with more. This is a fun one. This one does a bookshelf. Now this one I did not cut with the doors, but it would also be a fun one with the doors. Oh, and there's the Happy Birthday that I put inside. So busy outside, so I just thought I'd put that on the inside. And I liked coloring it. I think it's just a fun card. You also could put a sentiment across it, but I just didn't want to cover up any of it. So I thought that would be fun. Okay, two more. So this one is Celebrate Sunflowers. And I like this one because of the dies that are in it. It cuts the sunflower out. And then I used that bumblebee from that other set. So really like how that one turned out. And then lastly, this one here, I used the Echo Park paper again. And I used a die, I don't know if you could see it or not, but I used this Pink Fresh die to cut the circle out there. And then I simply put that cutout piece on top of a, you know, the background pattern paper was glued to the front, and then I laid this white one with the cutout circle, glued that on top of it. And then I just decorated the bottom. So this sentiment was in that pack of paper. So, well, thank you guys for watching. I wanted to show you that I do try to use the things that I buy. So, thanks for watching. I like to make card videos and scrapbooking and sometimes quilting. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It really helps me out. And I hope you have a wonderful week. Thanks, guys.